Hi, my name is Ben Schwartz. I play Clyde Overall.
Hey, and I'm Don Cheadle. I play Marty Khan.
And together we are Cheadle and Schwartz. We're on this show. There you are, Don.
There I am, the handsome man in the grey suit. Now, look, I'm Josh Lawson. I play Doug Guggenheim. I like to stress the goo in Guggenheim.
But then, isn't there a bit that we said at the beginning that your name wasn't pronounced Guggenheim, it was pronounced Guggenheim?
Yeah, there was a bit where, when I first got the character, I thought that I should pronounce it Guggenheim. But then, and then this is not a name drop, but it is a name drop. Then Kristen Wiig said I should pronounce it
Kristen Bell?
No, Kristen Wiig. We were talking to Kristen Bell.
Oh, yeah.
Kristen Wiig. And she said you should make it Doug Guggenheim. So
everything is screwed up.
It's switched around. But anyway, long story short, that never happened, and my
and here we go. So let's do the first question and see what happens.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start things off. I'd like to know how you guys got involved in the TV show and how you were able to get onto the show and everything.
Yeah, go. You go.
It was. I think it was an audition process. So we all, Josh and I, didn't know each other. Although we saw each other in the audition room whilst auditioning.
Yeah, it's true. The first time I ever met Ben, and this is honestly true, is in the waiting room of the audition. And Ben knew a lot of the people auditioning because in the LA comedy circle, it's a small community, and then when you've been doing it for a few years, like Ben has here in LA, you get to know people. I'm relatively new to the scene here, and so I didn't know people. So Ben was kind of cracking gags with all these people in the waiting room.
Cracking gags.
Whatever. And I was like, oh, this guy's killing it. I'm just a loser who doesn't know anyone. And then I auditioned, kept auditioning, kept going down the line, and ended up studio and network testing, and then got the role through that.
Yeah, I went through the audition process as well, and then luckily they threw me the role. I wanted to be a concert.
I didn't hear what you said just there, but my question is, both Marty and Jeannie tend to have some very dramatic, serious plot lines in the show where the comedy is sort of reserved just for you guys. You tend to just have the funnier plot lines. So do you ever yearn for something more serious in terms of your characters, or you're happy with the way things are now?
I will say, look, I think that there's going to be room for those sorts of storylines in future seasons to come. And I think Matt Carnahan is considering those sorts of things. I mean, to answer your question truthfully, yeah, I think I do yearn for something for a storyline or two that explores the man behind Doug Guggenheim.
Sure, I agree. I think we're going to get that in season 2. I think the whole idea of season 1 was to establish what the four of us are, and then establish the dynamic between Jeannie and Marty, and then how Marty's life is continuing to just watching him either make mistakes or succeed, and then watching him rebound from that. And then I think as the season goes on, I remember at the beginning I was talking to Matthew about it, and he's like, "Oh, you can't think of the show in terms of one season. You have to think of it in terms of a series of seasons, because that is the hope for the show." And he goes, "We're going to get to it all. This is the way he has it structured in his head." And Matt has some idea of what's going to happen. I think the thing that you'll find out soon is that what you see on the outside of both of us, you don't know what we're like on the inside. Like you don't know what my character does when he goes home. You don't know what Doug does when he goes home. I think you're going to learn all about that. And the second you learn about that, you're going to find that we're way more intricate than just what we show. I think we act a certain way when we're around our group, our pod. And I think when we're by ourselves, we act a totally different way, whether it be depressed or something like that.
I also think that the longer you leave a revelation like that, the more it's worth something. So, I'm kind of glad we didn't get to all our backstories in the first season, because by the time we eventually do, whether it be season 2, season 3, its value will have increased, because I think, as you say, the audience is kind of looking for it and wanting it, and when they get it, it's going to be fucking.
And we're excited that people have been thinking about that. That makes us excited. Also, neither one of us are wearing pants.
Yeah.
Neither one of us are wearing pants right now. No underwear, no pants, and they have leather chairs. It's very Kareem. You better not blow it. Kareem, you better have fixed your computer, Kareem. Everybody's looking at you right now. All right, there you go.
Kareem, let's do it.
My name is Kareem. I'm on the social digital team at Showtime, and I'm going to be asking a couple of fan questions. The first one we had was, Marty and Janine get a lot of play this season. So do you think in the upcoming season that Doug and Clyde will get some action?
Oh. You're talking about sex cream, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
My character in episode 5 almost has sex with a Mormon in her asshole. I can say that.
Yeah, you can say Mormon.
Morgan, that's fine. All right. Our publicist is really proud we just did that. So my character, I had to wear one of those socks that covers yourself. And lie with a naked girl. I think in season 2, I'm almost certain that it's mostly Doug and I having sex with a slew of women.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I remember once Ben said to me, do you think Doug has a really tiny penis? And I was like, actually, you know what I think? And I don't know if they're going to incorporate this, but I think he's got like a monster
penis. Yeah.
And he's really embarrassed about it. It's like the kind of penis that if a woman looked at it, she's like, I don't want that anywhere near me. And so he's self-conscious about it.
Right.
That's what I think Doug has.
I'm not gonna lie. I think 11 of the 12 episodes of next season are gonna deal with how big Doug Guggenheim's penis is and what is he gonna do with all that meat. I think a lot of the episodes are like meat puns. The first one's meatloaf. The next one's meet the parents. MEAT. That's when we meet Doug Guggenheim's parents.
Yeah.
One other one is feet to meat, where it talks about how his penis goes all the way down to his feet.
Yeah.
Regardless, here.
Boot Kareem and bring Justice back. Who
do you want me to boot?
Kareem.
We're going to boot Kareem?
I like Kareem. Oh, since he's in your office, we're going to boot him? All right, we'll boot him in your office.
It's been real.
Oh, I guess I'm talking. Okay, this question goes out to Ben. And since you're a comedian working on this kind of like comedy drama series, I was wondering how much of this is scripted and how much of this do you get to improvise in the show?
We're very fortunate in that Matthew and Stephen Hopkins and Josh and I can be lumped in the same thing. Josh is a world famous comedian as well in Australia and America, but him and I both have strong improv backgrounds. I'm over at UCB, and he's done a series of big television shows over in Australia, which are amazing. And we get the script, and then they let us play with it. So if we do the dialogue pretty much as is, but then we add our own things to it. And if Stephen Hopkins, who directed 6 of the episodes, or if Matthew Carnahan's around, they are huge proponents of us having fun, and they agree with us in that when you let us play around a little bit, it shows you that we've been around each other for so long. If we have our own little quirks and little side jobbies with each other. So I'd say it's obviously all scripted and beautifully written, and then they give us the liberty to add stuff. We don't go on huge tangents, but little jokes and stuff, and they make the final cut, which is great, because a lot of times sometimes they do improv in scenes, and people just do it to make you happy, and they never put it in places. But this show is very kind to both of us, right, Josh?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think something that's really difficult, and something that Ben and I think everyone on the show is quite skilled at, is making the scripted stuff look improvised. We try to make it as natural as possible, natural looking as possible, and it's not easy to do that. But we have the ability and the freedom to play with each other and to try things, and that makes it all seem really natural.
Yeah, I think it's exciting. The 4 of us together get to play. We do it. What we do is we say, let's do the lyrics, and then we do it. We do the script, and we play with each other in rehearsal. The 4 of us play with each other in rehearsal while we're on set, while we're working out, and we see what works, what makes us laugh, what makes the director laugh. Once we find those things, we can embellish a little bit, or we contract it. Sometimes we cut lines to make it all quicker so we can work together. Abe, we're not forgetting about you. Abe, you have this question, by the way, should be amazing. Boot this guy?
Yeah.
Back to Kareem, and then let's get to Abe.
All right, Abe, what's up?
All right. So my question is not about House of Lies, but about some of your other projects. Ben, are you returning to Parks and Recreation anytime soon? And Josh, what else do you have coming up in the near future?
Let's start with Josh.
You asshole.
No, Parks and Recreation, this is what happened. I was very fortunate to do 4 episodes this season, and 3 of which have aired. But this is as much as Mike Schur lets me say, so I'll say this, is that I filmed a piece in the finale, but for Parks and Recreation, because they're geniuses, they filmed 2 different versions of the show. So I don't know if my version, I'm in one version of the ending. So if they pick my version of the ending, then I'm in it. If they don't pick it, then it'll be a deleted scene or something, I'm assuming, on the internet. So essentially it could be one more episode, and then I'm writing a movie for some place, and then Josh just came back from Australia for doing publicity for a big movie.
Yeah. I just finished shooting a movie in New Orleans. Jay Roach's new film called Dogfight. Or it might maybe it's got a title change.
It changed. Yes. It changed to something else.
Anyway, Zach Galifianakis and Will Ferrell's new film, and I play Zach's brother in that, and that comes out in August, I think. So it's a really different role for me. I play a southerner, like a North Carolina district attorney, and so yeah, man, it's that's it for me. And I'm a writer like Ben, and so I'm working on a feature right now. And
what we try to do separately is when we're not acting, to keep ourselves busy and to keep ourselves working, is we write.
Yeah.
Whether it's short films or movies or helping people out. But so we try to keep creative as much as we can. Kareem.
There's also a live stream right here.
Before we do Kareem, because Kareem, is in the Showtime office in New York. We're going to answer these questions, which we haven't looked at, so we can't really answer. We're Kristen Bell's birthday sloth party. No, but we saw that video
the day after the sloth party. Kristen came in and she was as proud as punch, and she showed us a video on her phone, and we remember thinking that she was.
Don't show this to anyone.
Yeah, no one should ever see this. You're a mental case. There's something wrong with you. And then I was in Australia, and Ben sent me a link to it on Ellen, and it was like, "Hey, Joe, do you remember that video that we told Kristen not to show anybody?"
She just showed it to 8 million people on the internet.
I couldn't believe it.
And then there was a remix of said.
Was it really?
Yeah. Okay. Is there a song listened to before shooting that gets you pumped up?
Yeah. Friday by Rebecca Black. To me. Yeah, I don't know. Just the lyrics, maybe it makes.
Do you remember? I think it's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Friday. Fun.
Friday, yeah.
I get it. It makes
me think about Fridays, and it makes me think about the weekend and.
The weekend's in there.
Yeah, it's about the weekend, and I'm chilling with my guys and girls as well.
Well, it seems like you're a guy.
This is not really a question, but
Justin Bieber is our god.
Okay.
Gore Pig from Gore Pig.
Gore Pig saying Justin Bieber is our god. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Thanks for checking us out, man. All right, Kareem, hit it up.
All right.
Okay, so what is the weirdest thing that you got asked to do during production?
I've said this story before, and I hate to repeat myself, but in the second episode with Kat Deely, I had to. She was awesome. She was really cool, and she had to. I spilled coffee on myself, and then she patted it up, and I got excited, and I blew it, so to speak. Dude.
I had to do a sex scene, which was kind of weird.
Oh yeah.
I've done maybe 2 sex scenes, both with very cute and gorgeous women, which is nice. But it's always weird to be in bed with 20 people watching you, and the woman is totally naked, and you're just there pretending to have sex with her. That's kind of weird. What else? Was there anything really? We didn't get really screwed. Not for this.
No. This season relatively. I like that question, by the way. Relatively easy, but next season I think things are going to get a little crazier.
Josh Ralston, or I guess rather Doug Guggenheim. If you could choose any celeb for your character to hook up with, who would it be? That is from Aravich.
If I could any celeb from my character to hook up with, he wants to hook up with Kat Deely.
That's your one and only.
I guess that's his ultimate. But are you asking? Are you saying if Josh Lawson was casting for the show, who would Josh Lawson?
Aravich is asking you this.
What do you think? What about you? Who do you think Clyde would hook up with?
Clyde would probably want to hook up with the most powerful, hottest woman. Who do you think that would be?
Hillary Clinton.
I would share that pair.
Yeah, you would. right, wait. Now, who would Ben choose if you were casting?
I can't do that.
What do you mean?
Because look at Kareem. He's already...
Oh, Kareem.
Abe, do something.
Do something?
Oh, okay, it's back to me. So, shit. Okay, with this series being kind of like a dramatic and comedy series, and it's pretty like oriented toward a lot of business jargon and everything, how is it that you guys are able to appeal it to like a mainstream audience? Like, there's a lot of talk into it, so I was just kind of curious how you guys were able to, make the mainstream audience who has no idea what you're talking about kind of interested in the series, I guess.
I think we try to explain whenever we use different cultural words that are big in management consultant, which we all kind of learned. You try to explain what it is, explain what's going on, so everybody can be on the same page and learn together. I think that's what Marty talking to camera is a lot about, to include the audience in what's going on. And I think it's also the time that you see Marty being the most truthful.
Yeah, I think also the reason it works, and it's like a lot of those sorts of shows, is that it's character and relationship driven, right? So think about the West Wing. The West Wing, so much of it, they spoke at the speed of light, and you weren't expected to absorb everything. It was too much. But what you understood were the characters and the relationships. And so that when you are bombarded with all this management consultant talk, you may not understand all of it, but what you do understand is that the stakes are high for these people, their jobs are on the line, that you understand how they relate to each other on a very human level, and that's something everyone can understand, no matter what you do for a living or what socioeconomic class you're in. So I think in that way it has a very wide appeal.
A question from Krista is: any practical jokes on the set? Josh Lawson used to fill up our water bottles with different types of sexually transmitted diseases.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then try to get us to drink them to get said diseases.
That was great.
Nobody thought it was funny.
I was pretty funny. I remember Doug coming up going, "Hey man, how come I got gonorrhea?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And but I knew, of course, I knew because
you had done it.
Yeah, I'd given it to him. Yeah.
Joseph Ryland. Joseph Ryland, this is it. It's your time to shine. Are you ready? Abe blew it big time last time. Abe just blew it.
You had your
shot to ask a great question or do something amazing. All right, Josh.
Okay, so clearly you're both accomplished actors and writers in your own right, but you're also working with people like Richard Schiff and Don Cheadle, who's one of the best character actors of our time. What are you learning from them as you're going through this show?
I think that's a great question. I think when you work with people like that who truly are at the top of their game, I mean, and Josh was saying it this morning, we were talking to some people that Don Cheadle is truly one of the greatest actors, I think we both agree, in the world. Like, we look up to him. One of the things that happens is that when you see people play at that type of level, you want to try your hardest to try to meet them as close to that level. Obviously, we can't be Don Cheadle, but it's like close to that level as we can. It's just like when we're off camera, I'm in awe of what he's capable of. And if you watch these last 2 episodes, man, he is so good and so powerful.
It's amazing. When I was in acting school many moons ago, I remember this teacher once saying to me, "If you are the most talented person in a room, you are learning nothing in that room." And if you use that logic, essentially going to work with Don Cheadle and Richard Schiff and Greg German and Kristen Bell and Ben Schwartz, and when I surround myself with and Matt Carnahan and Stephen Hopkins and all this, when you surround yourself with people who are so good at what they do, it's like going to school every day. It genuinely makes you better at what you do because it raises your game and you learn something every single day.
I totally agree.
So I mean, I can only say that season 2, season 3, season 4 will only get better each time, because we will have learnt so much from each other in every respective
And I think that works with every aspect of the show. All the writers are writing with each other more. All the directors have directed more. So it's like, I think, especially if you watch these last couple episodes, man, we're firing on all cylinders, I believe. And
I think the series has just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger as each episode goes on. For that very reason, is that we are learning our strengths as we go along. We're getting better and better. We're getting more confident. We're doing all that stuff. I'm really excited to see how the show, evolves.
Yeah, I agree as well. It's exciting. Abe?
Hold on, what's going on here? 1 second.
Kareem is having conversations with people on the message board.
Sick of Kareem.
Keeping up with the song question. After hearing all about Doug's mix CD, thank you for watching the show, Aravich. What the boy?
Oh, it's gone.
Your question just got erased. Aravich, write it one more time. What is it feeling to be the stuck guy of the series?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Stuck guy of the series.
Well, we got to get that Aravich question one more time because it kept erasing it.
Alright, doesn't matter. Let's go. Do we go to Abe one more time? I mean,
what's the point? What song do you listen to while hooking up? Aravich. I think mostly Sia Breathe. That song that the finale 6 Feet Under.
Yeah.
The really depressing song.
Yeah.
That or like You Just Have Sex to Radiohead.
No. I just have sex to Popcorn. You know that song?
Yeah. I do Fly to the Bumblebee.
Do you? Yeah, because it's just really fast and it just gets overdone.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Okay.
And I can't. Wheels on the Bus. Wheels on the Bus go round and round is a huge one for me.
Absolutely.
Abe, what do we got?
So there are obviously a lot of different characters on the show that the two of you don't tend to interact with that come from Jeannie's world and Marty's world and sort of higher up in Gullwither. Who would you like for your characters to interact with that they don't get a chance to thus far?
Well, Abe, you've slightly
yourself. That's a good question. That's an actual good question, Abe.
Yeah.
Instead of stalling like I can't tell him I hate Abe. I can't fucking stand the guy.
It's like one of those like statue buskers you pass.
He's like a Russian doll, but every layer of the Russian doll is just shit. Like a tinier piece of shit.
All right, Abe. Well, that's your silly question. No, it's a good question actually. What is it? So, who would we like to interact with? Well, I think there could be some real fun interacting with and this sounds weird, with Jeremiah.
Oh, that's great.
I actually do think Jeremiah Khan, Marty's dad, I think that he's a really interesting character for me. You know, he's super smart. He's so good at deconstructing personalities. I think he'd have a field day talking to Doug and Clyde because they have so many issues, and I think that the Jeremiah would pull apart. Clyde particularly. I think he'd fucking ruin it.
I think Clyde is a mess.
Yeah.
It's funny, Doug and I, when we were doing it, we do so much of our work together that like there was this moment where like, man, it'd be so fun if we had all these scenes by ourselves. And then when the series wrapped and we started watching it and hadn't acted with each other, I was longing for the opportunity to act with I wanted us. We talked about it.
Yeah.
We missed it so much that we couldn't keep playing with each other. And we're like, I wish we could play with each other every day. We were like, I think play with each other is probably the wrong word. We're talking about yerking each other. Oof. Anyway, what I was thinking is, I think Glenn would be amazing. Richard Shipp, I think, would be amazing. Just because, if you saw episode 11, man, he had the best exit speech of anybody in the universe, man. He crushed it. Who else? There's all these fun. Like, we didn't really talk to April. We didn't really, because the world is so insular. You don't see our personal lives as much. But when Brad Pitt comes on the show next year, we want to do a lot of episodes with him. What is it more? It's him, George Clooney, everybody from Ocean's 11 is going to be in the series next year.
The ShamWow guy, he's coming in.
ShamWow guy.
Yeah, no, he'll be there.
Ben, let's ask these questions. Are you guys single? Oh, look, and people are asking about. My other question is, who would you want us to go out with? Who would you want us to go out with? And Ben, do girls expect you to be like Clyde when they meet you in person? They expect me to be like John Ralphio? What do you picture your character's home looking like? That's a great question. But you're asking great questions. And if you guys want to suggest which celebrity women we should marry,
I think Doug sleeps on the floor. I don't think he has a bed. Because I think it's good for his back. Like, you know what I mean? Like he thinks, I think he just lies flat on the floor.
That's funny.
And I think he goes to like a dojo like twice a week and does like martial arts.
I think my guy Clyde has the most expensive bed you could buy.
Yeah.
The most expensive comforter and just like a huge bed with nothing else on the thing. Wait, someone asked if any other actors. Yeah, actually.
Yes.
Don Cheadle and Kristen Bell are here right now.
Yes.
If you want to talk to them.
Yeah. Coming on.
Do you guys have any questions for these two guys? Joe, do you have any questions for Don Cheadle or Kristen Bell?
No, actually, I have no questions for Don nor Kristen.
This is George Clooney's got him.
So imagine these three people. Look at Don acting with George. Let's rob this safe, guys. Man, Kingle, I'm robbing this safe. Oh, I can't go back in a clink, man.
I haven't seen Ocean.
No, I don't know either.
I don't know what that's what it is. I assume he's British.
Joe, do you have a question for us?
Yeah, actually I did. You were talking about how when the show was finished shooting that you kind of missed working together and so forth, and I know that you both work on a lot of your own independent projects. Is there any plans to do something in the future, just the two of you, writing, etc.?
Oh, well, I think that's possible. Certainly, I think we totally could.
Absolutely. I think also if you watch, we have a companion series that goes along with the show called Fridays at Gallweather.
Of course, we sort of already have. Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's something that we both worked on together, and we both acted, and we both created and helped out. And there's 6 episodes of that you can find on YouTube. It's on my website, rejectedjokes.com. And that world especially, I think. I mean, if someone wants to give us money to make a movie, we do a movie.
I will say this, and I don't want to harp on it, but I think that the kind of chemistry that Ben and I have together and the way we work is not common. It's actually a pretty cool thing the way we effortlessly can work together and bounce off each other, and we have a pretty. I think if it's okay to say it, I think we have a pretty damn good dynamic together, and it was pretty clear early on. And I think that in the future it'd be a shame to waste that. So yeah, I think I do see the possibility of that happening. Who knows on what or where, but I can imagine us working together again after.
I can as well. Yeah, absolutely. It's funny because our backgrounds are obviously I went through like UCB and Josh was in Australia, and yet when we come together, it doesn't matter what your background. Like it just we work very, very well together.
Yeah, Ben talks about stuff, like his favorite '80s shows and movies and stuff, and it's sort of the exact same as mine. And as you said, we come from different places, but we kind of end up loving the same sorts of comedy and the same sorts of comedians.
Right.
And that that's a good starting place.
And we both love comedy.
Yeah.
Like, we love. And we love breaking down comedy. We love like reading a script and being like, "Is this funny?"
How do we make it funnier?
Yes, we love it. That's I think we truly love doing what we do. Red Sox or Yankees? What's the name of the show again? The show is called Shameless. Is there any John Ralphio in Clyde's characters? Fridays at Gallweather.
Is that what you're talking about?
Fridays at Gallweather is our web series.
Yeah.
Blondes and brunettes, it does everybody. Everybody's gorgeous.
I'm not discriminatory.
Abe, you nailed the last one, Abe. Do you have a home run for us now?
I like this question that Aravich just posted. What was your favorite quote from your character this season?
That is a good question. What do you think?
For Doug?
No. For are you thinking of anything springs to mind? I'm trying to think.
God, it's hard. We filmed it so many months ago.
Yeah,
we filmed it like 6 months ago, right?
It's a really good question.
It's a great question. I remember stuff from the web series. I remember there's a beat in Fridays at Gallweather that Doug has. I can tell you one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, that's true. I do have one in there.
That you go, we're yelling. Oh no, there's a whole beat where Doug and I go back about. Doug talks about someone having weird ears.
That's the fun bit.
It made me laugh so hard.
And the one line in that I really love is, "I can't believe my normal ears." That to me, if you ever watch Fridays at Gallweather,
it's great. There's another beat in it where Doug gets so worked up that he goes, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he picks up a piece of paper and I tell him to put it down. And he goes, "Ah!" For some reason, those stupid things, the stupid things that people probably don't find funny are the ones that we find hilarious.
Oh, I did laugh a lot when you were saying with heinous vagina, and you go,
"Oh, that's funny."
And you go, "I can cancel with heinous vagina," and I'm like, "Did I say cancel?"
That's great.
Doug still wants to go out with heinous vagina.
That's a great question. Those are good questions. Joseph, what do you got?
Oh, wow. You caught me off guard. I was still laughing at heinous vagina. But you do play off each other so well. Actually, I think that might be my favorite dynamic in the show is the way that the two of you play off each other. And then I've seen Kristen she's kind of like she came more of the boys almost and joined in with the two of you. And I guess I'm just wondering how that dynamic playing with the whole ensemble is which maybe you've already touched on, but I was booted a couple of times, though.
Well, I think it's going to it's going to change, and it's going to evolve in the next, in the coming seasons. That we do play off each other a lot. I don't think I think that the creators are smart enough and interesting enough to shake that dynamic up. So you're going to see more interaction of characters with each other that you haven't seen so much in this first season.
And also, if you've been watching the series, you'll find out that it's all about everything that's in this world is about to change in some way. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody, if this merger happens, we're all fired, and then if we're all fired, where do we end up? What do we do with our lives? So the whole, oh my God, guys, I can't.
Whoa.
Claire Danes from Homeland is here.
Claire
Danes from Homeland is here. I cannot believe you guys are so lucky.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Hey, we gotta rob this Vegas place.
I don't think she was in.
She wasn't in Ocean's 11.
I don't think so. Again, I haven't seen it. I can ask George. George, was Claire in? Hey, Claire, nice to meet you.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, Claire Danes.
Hey, I'm fucking in my 40s, first 50s, and I'm still got it.
Hey, remember that show? Anyway, thank you so much, Claire Danes and George Clooney, for stopping by.
Hey, no worries.
So wonderful of them. I think the dynamic you'll see us play with, you're going to see. It's funny because we write all this stuff, then we created all the shows before anybody watched it, so it's fun to watch everybody, watch it and see what people love and what people latch onto and all that stuff. I think in the next season you're really going to see a lot of changing dynamics, and you're going to see everybody playing with each other.
Stop. We have a huge celebrity.
Who is it?
Mr. T. Mr. T just turned up.
Oh my God!
I'm not kidding. Hey, Mr. T, what's happening?
What did you have to say? Mr. T, how are you?
Yes, I'm really well, thank you. Mr. T, that's not how you talk.
But I like it. You couldn't even get a new piece of paper. You crossed out George Clooney.
I don't give a shit. You're going to ask Doug Guggenheim to come back season 2?
No, he's gone.
Someone else here. If you could pick anyone
that's a great question. Goodness. Selfishly, I don't know if it works for the show, but Bill Murray. We're talking about comedy people.
I would love Sam Rockwell.
Oh, Sam Rockwell would be great.
He'd be awesome.
I think people would really refer.
No, I think he'd really.
Sam Rockwell would be amazing for the show.
Yeah.
I think Sam Rockwell would be great for the show.
I could see someone like Michael Sheen being really good.
He would be great.
Don't you think Michael Sheen, coming over from the UK and really shaking things up internationally? I think that would be fucking cool.
That's a great question.
Somebody has written Alison Janney.
She'd be amazing.
She'd be amazing.
On an NBC show, she's doing a pilot with Tony Shalhoub and Gil Ozari from Hot Dog.
Yeah.
Gil Ozari plays Tony Shalhoub's son.
Nice.
You don't care.
I do.
All right, David. Is David D. Wangberg?
It's actually pronounced Wongberg, but no worries, everyone gets it wrong. I don't know if this question got asked in the time that my connection messed up, but one of the things I wanted to ask Josh was. In the scene where you worked with Kat Deely, were you actually a Kat Deely fan, in real life?
Well, not a fan in the sense that I watched the show. I obviously knew of the show and had seen an episode or two and thought she was great. But I knew her. I knew who she was, and I was a fan in as much as I think she is unfairly beautiful. And then when we met her, Ben and I met her, and we all met her. She's just such a cool person.
She was great.
She's so lovely and so open to playing and having fun. And she was doing and playing herself. And that's not an easy thing. She's not. First and foremost, she's not an actor, but you wouldn't know it because I thought she was
great.
Terrific.
And also, it's before the show aired, so she has no idea what she's getting herself into.
Right.
She has no idea what she's getting herself into, so who knows? I think hopefully now that the show's aired, we could probably jump out to some really cool, although we had amazing, but I think there's some desire for actors to jump on the show because you have people like Don, and it could be really it could be a good place for people to strut their stuff and stuff like that.
And I really hope that
I just kicked Kareem off by mistake.
That's crazy. Sorry, Kareem. No, I really hope that Kat Deely comes back. I believe that there is. There's room for Doug and Kat to do something new and something more.
Did one of you guys have another great question? By turns of nods. Joseph, no? There you go.
Yeah, actually, I did have a question for you, Ben. I know that J.J. Abrams likes to work with a lot of the same actors over and over. Should we expect you in a movie coming from him sometime soon?
I am playing Chris Pine's brother in the new Star Trek. I play. No, I'm not playing. That would be amazing. I'm lucky that JJ and I have a good relationship, so I think I'm going to be doing stuff with him in the future. And we worked on some small stuff together, but I think hopefully in the future we'll be doing some movies and stuff like that. He is an insanely talented director and wonderful person. He's amazing. And I'm sure this Star Trek is going to be unbelievable. Alcatraz, I think there might be some people from House of Eyes that are on Alcatraz, but that'll be a secret I heard about.
Is it true?
Yeah, one person from our show is going to be on Alcatraz.
What, as a regular?
Not as a regular, just like as a quick guest jobby.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And then, do you want to interview Aravich? Aravich. I don't know who Aravich is. Abe, listen, Abe. We hate you. Everybody knows we hate you.
Not a fan.
We hate you, Abe. Look at what you bring to the table. Nothing. Joseph hits home runs. Wangberg hits home runs. Kareem, all he does is hit home runs. I'm telling you, Abe, if we give you the spotlight, because Joe is just crushing it lately, and you don't nail it out of the park, we'll give it to you. But, I mean, this one better be the one.
What other Showtime shows do you watch? What other Showtime shows do you like?
Abe, I fucking hate you.
You're an asshole, Abe. We hate you, Abe. We hate you, Abe. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit. You're not going to believe this.
Penn and Teller here.
Yeah.
Hey, why you gotta be such an asshole? Why are you so mean?
Oh, my God. I've never heard this talk before.
Why are you so mean? It's so mean. I don't know. I just started watching Homeland.
Oh, I love Homeland.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And one of the guys here at Showtime sent me male gigolos.
Oh, dude.
Gigolos?
Have you seen it?
I haven't. I heard it's amazing.
I've seen it. It's awesome.
I'm a huge fan of Dexter. I've seen every single episode of Dexter ever made. I think that show is unbelievable. I think Michael and Jennifer and all those guys are insanely talented. Right. I thought Mos Def on this season of Dexter was like inspiringly good.
Hey, has anyone seen Gigolos, right? Can you guys nod? Have you guys seen Gigolos? I have a question. There's one dude on it.
Joseph is pretending like he's...
Kareem.
Kareem. Let's go to Kareem.
I don't want to bump Abe just yet.
We'll get back to you, Wangberg.
Kareem.
Hey, Kareem, I'm going to ask you this question about Gigolos. Oh, my God, he's taking his shirt off. No, Kareem, listen. Gigolos... There's a dude who, the married guy, not the married guy, he's got the kid. The guy's got the kid.
You really watch the show?
Yeah, I know the show. You know the guy's got the kid, and are we 100% sure he's not gay? He's not bisexual or something?
Their stance is that all the gigolos are straight, so that is the official stance of the show.
By the way, that's fine. I think it would be great if he was gay, because he's just I don't know, man. And what's that guy? What's his name? Brace? Yeah. Brace? Is that his name? Brace? Oh my.
Someone Aravich says you can follow most of the gigolos on Twitter, which is amazing.
I break.
Joseph, why are you trying to call out Kareem, Joseph? on the message board. Such a politically correct corporate answer, Kareem.
I love it. I just had this sneaking suspicion. My gaydar is terrible. But I was just looking at this guy and I was like, I wonder if he's gay.
But for me, Homeland and Dexter, I'm almost done with Homeland, but I watch Dexter religiously.
Yeah, and for me, Showtime, I love watching the Golden Girls and Cheers. And
let me stop you right there. Those are all old shows that were never on Showtime. They're talking about current shows on Showtime. So name a current show on Showtime. Like Nurse Jackie's on Showtime.
Right. I don't know, like the Today Show.
No, that's on NBC.
Is it an NBC thing?
Yeah. And that's also a day.
That's like a daytime.
So like, ask me what I watch on Showtime.
Okay, hey Ben, what are you watching Showtime?
Like I watch Gigolos. I watch Dexter. Stuff like that.
Gotcha.
What are you watching there? What are you watching Showtime?
Death of a Salesman.
No, that's a play.
That's a play.
It's not even a TV show. I mean, you're not even...
Oh, no, Cowan, Hunger Games. Sorry, what's the Hunger Games?
Every film that just came out. You can't watch that every day. Kareem, you have a corporate question for us?
Not so much corporate, but what was it? Betty White or Joan Rivers as comedians?
I think they're totally different. That's like apples and oranges. One's a crass, like, joke teller. The other one's like a beautiful sketch and television movie actress.
Oh, man.
Joan Rivers on Louie was awesome. If you guys got to see,
No, it was good.
She was great on Louie. She gave a beautiful monologue. It was so good. It was gorgeous. That show was great. We shouldn't talk about other shows on this. Let's talk more about Death of a Salesman.
Yeah. It's a great. Can't wait to see what happens next.
Abe, oh God, I can't believe we've been doing this, Abe. I can't believe I'm about to switch over to your stupid question.
Yeah, you will only disappear. You will only ruin.
Another stupid question from Abe. Let's see what happens, Abe.
You guys are terrible. Not sure what I did. All right.
I'm gonna cut you off right there, Abe. I'm gonna cut you off right there. Oh, just the worst. Just the worst.
You know, you give him a chance.
You give him one shot,
and he just throws it back in your face.
He throws up. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Abe.
Come on, man.
I don't know why I'm about to do this. It goes against everything I believe in, but I think I'm gonna give him one more shot.
Go on.
All right, Abe. What do you got?
Who's your
Abe, shut the hell up, Abe. Abe, what are you doing? You blow it every time, Abe. What's the point?
You know, I believe deep down most people are decent.
Yeah.
And then you meet someone like Abe, and then Penn and Teller comes.
Abe, you are the worst. You are the worst, Abe. All right, Abe, for real, we'll give Abe. What is it?
Hey, have you seen our new guest? It's Cupman.
Oh, Cupman is here.
Yeah, he's the guy who's on the cup.
Do you guys have this kind of relationship with anyone else, or is it really just you two, the unmatched duo?
The type of stuff we do, I think, is very unique and fluid. I think on this show, I think it's very unique and very special.
But we work like this with Cheadle and Kristen and every other
four of us.
Yeah, we definitely do. I mean, if they were here, it would be the exact same thing.
We all have very good shorthand with each other. Anything one person does in comedy is a term of bits and yes-anding and stuff like that. Whatever bit someone throws out there, whatever joke someone throws out there, we will always support the person. We will always try to make that joke funnier. And it's not about making yourself the funniest person on screen. It's about making the entire scene as funny as it could be. And all four of us believe that. That's a truthful answer.
Look, Kareem's asking to talk. He's asking to talk.
All right,
Let me talk.
All right, let's go.
Kareem, all right.
So for Josh, did you have to pose for the photos in the dress from Doug's Harvard theater days, or did you just have those kind of lying around?
Yeah. Well, what happened was that storyline was originally something completely different. I turned up to work, just in my dress because it was, it makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel more truthful and honest. And Matt Carnahan was like, you know what? That gives me an idea. I'm going to write this into the storyline. And I said, well, that's great. Let's take some photos. We did, and we incorporated. So.
Maybe one more question.
One more question. Only time for one more.
All right. Can we do two more? Because I want to end it with Abe, if possible. All right. So let's do David because he was. Oh, you know what? Joseph was great also. Kareem, I'm booting you. Have a good one, Kareem. You're booted. We're gonna go with one question each. Make them real quick. Dave, what do you got to end it off?
All right. I don't know if it was asked, but I was kind of curious with the amount of jargon, with that amount of business language that you had to speak in the series. How long did it take for you guys to prep for the show and get ready to play the characters that you play in the series?
I mean, at the beginning we read the book, and at the end of the book there's a glossary, there's a dictionary of all the management consultant jargon, and if it wasn't covered in there, we would talk about it with Carnahan and figure it out. So there's a little bit of preparation.
Yeah, and we had about a week's rehearsal, I think. And so for that full week, we were getting into the vibe and the zone, and any questions we had were answered. And then by the end of that week, we were pretty across it, And of course, we get more and more savvy the more episodes we do.
Yeah, I think that's a fun thing also. In any TV show you watch a pilot, you have to remember the pilot is done months before we do the actual show, and so to see us, we're trying to get that show sold, and so I always find it so interesting when you watch a series for the first series because it's them finding it. Whether it's if you remember The Office or Parks and Rec, the first couple episodes, they're trying to find their footing to figure out what their show really is. Joseph, you're going to be the second to last question. What do you got?
Okay, so Shameless, which is very, very funny, is a drama. And The Big C, which is really dramatic, is a comedy, according to Showtime. I don't know what House of Lies is officially, according to Showtime, but what are you submitting your stuff for the Emmy?
Do you know? Do you know what we are for the Emmys? Are we comedy or drama?
I think it's going to be comedy.
Well, we don't know. It might be comedy.
Yeah, either way, I've already written my Emmy acceptance speech.
Okay, I'm just going to do it. And the winner for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy is, oh my God, Josh Lawson.
Thank you.
Josh Lawson, I'm on stage. And by the way, I was Rhea Perlman. Here you go.
Thanks, Rhea.
Yeah, no problem.
I really appreciate it.
No. I'm married to Danny DeVito. To that speech.
Okay. Sorry, I just had a thing for Rhea Perlman.
All right.
God, this is such a surprise.
5 seconds.
I wasn't expecting this.
4 seconds.
I'm done. Where's my speech? And it's still done.
Pretty good.
What do you think?
I guess it'd be comedy. Man, that's such a tough. I mean, they're all so tough. It's hard to win. But I mean, if Don Cheadle doesn't get nominated for something, I think he's so wonderful. I think he's so good in this.
No, he's amazing.
Yeah, I guess it would be comedy. We're not quite sure. We just asked someone from Showtime here what they thought.
But I think what's interesting is
we don't know for a fact. It could be anything.
Yeah, it dances between a lot of things, and I think that's what makes it.
It might be a short form documentary.
Yeah. Is it? It might be animated documentary. I'm not sure.
It might be animated. Oh my God! I hate that we're ending it like this. I hate who we're about to ask for the last question. Just hate it. I don't even want to do it. I almost want to stop the whole thing. Abe, you end the entire thing with a question.
Because I know what it's going to be.
It's going to be this. It's going to be that. Do your impression of Abe real quick.
Here.
Hey, I'm Ben from Housewives. Anybody have any questions? Yes, Abe, click.
That's what it sounds like, Abe.
All right, Abe. Bring us home, baby. Bring us home.
What quality about your characters do you dislike most?
That's it. I don't want to do this anymore.
This makes me...
All over the place.
Jason Brosnan.